All right. I was on Twitter and I saw this. Now, this is very interesting. This is from Henry Kissinger. He's trending on Twitter because he says Ukraine must give Russia territory. Former U.S. Secretary of State warns against the defeat of Putin as Western unity on sanctions phrase badly. So, what this tells me is fucking Henry Kissinger is further to the left in the squad. The squad all voted to give another $40 billion to Ukraine. Excuse me. The squad voted to give another $40 billion. All of them did. Not a single one voted against it. Oh, they all voted to give an extra $40 billion to Ukraine. And Henry Kissinger is saying that this war has to end. It's not going to go well. If basically he's further left in the squad. Henry Kissinger, one of the worst Secretary of States this country's ever had. This is straight up butcher, and he's even further left than the squad is on this. Here's a thread. Let's see. Henry Kissinger has urged the West to stop trying to inflict a crushing defeat on Russian forces in Ukraine. The veteran U.S. statesman said that it would have disastrous consequences for the long-term stability of Europe. Again, he's right, but he's out of Washington. He has been for years. He hasn't been in Washington. Nearly 100 years old, and he can figure out this is a horrible idea. This war. And then let's see. The former U.S. Secretary of State told a gathering in Davos, oh god, Davos, that it would be fatal for the West to get swept up in the mood of the moment and forget the proper place of Russia in the European balance of power. Dr. Kissinger said the war must not be allowed to drag on for much longer, and came close to calling on the West to bully Ukraine to accepting negotiations on terms that fall very short of its current war aims. Again, the West should just let Ukraine, negotiate peace with the Russians. Instead, what did we got all the left, in the United States, all voting left in Washington at least, all voting for an extra $40 billion to continue this war. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to end the war. It's going to continue the war. Negotiations need to begin within the next 2 months before it creates upheavals and tensions that will not be easily overcome. Ideally, dividing lines should be the return to the status quo. So in other words, it's like continue, let's just put everything back where it was, which I would be fine with. I mean, and Ukraine never joins NATO, and Putin has no reason. If that agreement happens and they honor the agreement of what I forget what it's called, the agreements in I'm blanking out on the agreement right now, but it's the agreements that the Ukrainians didn't honor and the United States didn't force them to honor. So, which is one of the reasons why Putin invaded. The comments came amid growing signs that Western coalition against Vladimir Putin is fraying badly as the food and energy crisis deepens, and that sanctions may have reached a limit. Writes Ambrose Evans Pritchard, whatever. Excuse me. Bear with me 1 second. Minsk agreements. Excuse me, I had to look it up because I forgot what it was called. It was called the Minsk agreements. So thank you for bearing with me on that. The Ukrainians never honored the Minsk agreements, so which is what led to one of the reasons why Putin started this action in Ukraine. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just want to make this quick video. I mean, sorry. Henry Kissinger is further left in the squad. And I'm sure that the left will still make excuses for the squad and why they had to vote for the $40 billion Ukraine aid package. Aid. Meanwhile, it's just $40 billion to buy more weapons and more armor in order to continue a war, which they have no chance of winning anyways. So this is a way to further enrich the defense contractors here in the U.S. That's what this money is, and the squad gladly did it. They all those fuckers gladly voted for it. So sorry, and my throat is really itchy for some reason. So yeah, that's what Henry Kissinger's further left. I mean, I was shocked when I saw this. Like, what the fuck? Kissinger even knows to end this war, and the squad is like, nope, I'm voting for it. I'll make Mama Bear happy. So we had to make Mama Bear happy and the president happy. So, which is why we had to do this. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. And jeez, yes, I'm fine. So just like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.